Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, on the Cube and YouTube, I should say. It is first inning of the game between the Pioneers and the Lions, and there is a quick pop-out to end the first inning. The Pioneers get one, and we go to the bottom of the first where the Lions will be coming to bat after this. One to nothing. Okoboji. Got Spirit Lake in my mind. That was the last game we did a week ago from tonight. It'll be Mitch Van Beek, Gable Seaperda, who's on the mound tonight, and Riley Van Wy leading off for the Lions in the bottom of the first inning. And we'll talk a little bit more about yesterday's game at Sioux Central here in a little bit. First pitch is in there for strike one. Got our scoreboard working tonight, so glad that's working. I don't have to say the score nearly as much. I will still say it, of course, but now that you see it, and it's a lot better. There's a ball, 1-1. Or no, it looks like it is 1-1. And here's the pitch. No, it's strike three, as the umpire says strike three, and that will bring up Gable Seaperda. Gable Seaperda with a base hit into right center. He's digging for two. Here's a good throw, and safe because the second baseman dropped the ball, or the shortstop, excuse me. So a one-out double. And here's Van Wy. And forgot to tell you who's on the mound tonight for Okoboji. That's ball one from Jacob Allen, the pitcher for Spirit Lake, or for Okoboji. It's a pen. Great communication up here in the press box. The press box here. 1-1 to Van Wy. Now 2-1. Runner at second is Seaperda, who's on the mound tonight. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Lions won last night their first game of the year, 21-8 victory over Sioux Central, also known as Sioux Rapids. Here's a foul ball. Van Wy keeping the at-bat alive. 21-8, excuse me, was the score of that one. Yeah, 21-8. It does not sound like a baseball score, but Lions scored 6 runs in the 6th and 9 in the 7th to open up a huge lead over Sioux Central. Van Wy in that game, 4 for 6 with a run scored, a triple, 3 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. Gable Ciperda started getting his bat going, 3 for 6 with 4 runs scored, 2 doubles, a triple, 2 RBIs, a stolen base. And there's a foul ball again. Van Wy really making Allen work here. Mitch Van Beek, who hit first this inning, was 2 for 2 with a run scored, 2 RBIs, and walked twice. 2-2. Downstairs to Van Wy and a full count. Van Wy pops it up, and the catch is made for out number 2. That's the third baseman, Isaac Fritsch, making the play. Diving catch. 2 down for Baker. Want to know to Baker. Baker on the game yesterday was 2 for 5 with 3 runs scored, 3 stolen bases, and a walk. Here's a line drive to center. It's dropping. Ciperda is going to be waved around. Here's the throw to the plate. It is cut off. And we are tied at 1 as Baker goes to second base on the throw going past the cutoff man, the pitcher. 1-1 with 2 outs and another runner at second base. Strike 1 to Brant Bookout. Bookout yesterday, 1 for 3 with 3 runs scored, a triple, an RBI, a stolen base, and he walked 3 times. There's a high pop-up. Third baseman Isaac Fritsch makes the catch, and the inning is over, but the Lions tie it up in the bottom of the first. We're tied at 1, heading to inning number 2. Back after this. First pitch of the second inning is swung on and fouled back. And it's 0-1 to Blake Peter, the catcher, for the Pioneers. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Oh and 2 from Seaperda. And a swing and a miss, a 3-pitch strikeout for Seaperda. And that'll bring up Griner. Ball 1 delivered from Seaperda. Seaperda's first start of the season on the mound. Jacob Allen on the season had 1 appearance so far, 1 inning pitched, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, struck out 1, faced 5 batters. 2-1 the count from Seaperda. Two and 2. A couple years ago when Gable was still pitching and still playing, last year he didn't play, but 2 years ago he pitched a really good game against Boyden Hall Rock Valley, a 2-0 win for the Lions. And it was a very quick game. I bet it was an hour and a half, like right at an hour and a half. So, it'd be nice if we could have one of those again tonight, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But we do hope that the Lions can get the win here tonight. Here's the 3-2 pitch. There's a swing and a fly ball that will die into center field in front of Mitch Van Beek. A 1-out single for Griner. That'll bring up Halber. Bookout delivers. Strike 1. Or Bookout. Seaperda. Bookout's at first base. Looking for 2. They get 1. They get 1 as Metzger bobbled it on the exchange. So Halber reaches on a fielder's choice. Here's Brendan Malchow. Don't have a whole lot of updated stats for the, there's a swing and a miss, 1-1 for the Pioneers. Malchow so far, this is the first 3 games. They've played 3 more since this already. 1 for 7 with a run scored, including a double. Struck out 5 times. Here's a fly ball into right, and that will die in front of right fielder Jaden Baker, a base hit. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, and that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Kyle Martin. Ball 1 delivered to Kyle Martin. 2-0. Kyle Martin on this season, those first 3 games, 1 for 6. He's actually the one that had 5 strikeouts. Malchow had 2 strikeouts. 3-0 now. Another ball, and it'll load the bases. And now ball 4. Loaded up for the top of the order, Bryce Peter, who walked and scored. Seaper delivers, and the pitch right in there for strike 1. And left upstairs 1-1. Lions can get an out on any base here, and it'll end the top of the second inning. That's what they're hoping to do. Seaper looks everyone back. 1-1. Fouled away. Now 1-2 to Peter. Peter's one of their best players. Peter was 4 for 10 in their first 3 games. Run scored, stolen base, a triple. 2-2. And the count is full. 3-2. They're nowhere to put Peter. And a fly ball to right center field. Jaden Baker over to make the catch and retire the side. And Gable Seaperda can take a big sigh of relief as the side is retired. We go to bottom of the second, tied at 1. Ball 1 delivered to Metzger after the leadoff single by Brendan Huseman down the right field line. Huseman goes, and the pitch in there for a strike. Stolen base for Brendan. One and one, runner at second, nobody out. Metzger at the plate. High pop-up, carrying out to shallow right, and the catch made by the second baseman, Griner. One down for Brady Wright. Catcher number 7. Brady Wright at the plate, takes ball 1. Lions have been popping it up a lot. There's 3 pop-outs so far of the first 4 outs. Two and 0. Brady Wright yesterday had a hit, couple RBIs. In the onslaught the Lions put on last night. Swing and a miss. Brady chasing a high fastball or a pitch of some kind. Here's the pitch. 2-1 pitch from Jacob Allen. There's a line drive, base hit into right center field. Brady Wright will have a base hit and another RBI for Wright, and the Lions have the lead. Carter Kroll at first base running for Brady Wright, courtesy running. Zed Hymanson at the plate, taking ball 1. 1 out, runner at first. Bottom of the second inning. Lions up by 1. There's a swing and a miss by Hymanson, and the runner is out. Now, I don't even think he was tagged in time, but the umpire says different, and he's out at second base. 2 down. 1-1 the count on Hymanson. Now 1-2 to Hymanson. Zed's trying to find his hitting stroke so far this season. He's struggled a little bit at the plate. 2-2. So far, Zed is 0 for 6. There's a strike and strike 3. Hymanson takes a called third strike. We go to the third inning, 2-1 Lions lead. Allen with a swing and a miss to begin the third inning. And now fly ball, high fly ball. Ryan Metzger backtracking to put it away. Pop out to second. Another pop out. We've had plenty of those already. 2 on Okoboji's side and 3 on the Lions side. Here's Matt Eckerd. Takes ball 1. There's a high pop-up. Hymanson calls for it and puts it away. Another pop-out. Seems like it's all that's happened half the time here. And now Isaac Fritsch. Ball 1 to Fritsch from Seaperda. Seaperda did pitch earlier this season, not as a starter, obviously, but as a reliever. Seaperda pitched 1 inning. Did hit a batter, but he struck out 1 and only faced 4 batters in that 1 inning. No runs, no hits. 1-2. Swing and a pop-up and out of play. There's a strikeout for Seaperda. 1-2-3, third inning for Gable. We go to the bottom half, where the Lions will try and expand on a 1-run lead. I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Frontier Bank, Premier Bank, DeNoble Austin and Company PC, Lester Feed and Grain, Lyon County Chiropractic, State Farm, DRG Mechanical, and Wells Tax and Accounting, our sponsors for the summer season here on Central Line Activities on YouTube right now. So appreciate you listening on YouTube tonight. 2-1 Lions lead. Back in a moment. Here's Mitch Van Beek with a fly ball into center. It'll drop in front of the center fielder for a base hit, a leadoff single for Van Beek. And that'll bring up Gable. Gable hacks at the first pitch and fouls it back. Gable had a double last time and scored on the base hit by Baker. And then Baker ran to second on the throw. One and one. We'll see if and when Van Beek decides to take off. Plenty of speed at first. And plenty of speed at the plate in Gable Seaperda. Van Beek goes. Here's the throw, and Van Beek is out at second base. I thought he was safe from my view. Umpire's view says otherwise. Out number one. Good throw, though, by the catcher, Blake Peter. 3-1. Seaperda fouls a pitch back. Three-two, and Seaperda takes ball four. Seaperda's reached both times. That'll bring up Riley. Van Wyck takes up high, ball one. Gable fakes the steal and holds up. Van Wyck swings and misses. 1-1. Here's a high fly to center. Hit it about 340, but it's not going to work to dead center field, unfortunately, as that's out number two. Baker had a base hit and an RBI last time. There's a strike. Back to first. Seaperda's diving in safe. Two, 1-1 the count, sorry. See if Seaperda goes on this pitch. Give Baker an opportunity to drive in his second run of the game. He fouls that one back. One and two. Seaperda at first. Bottom of the third inning, Lions lead 2-1. Looking to add on. High pop-up, third baseman Isaac Fritsch in foul ground. And he hangs on for the out. And that'll do it. We go to the fourth inning, 2-1 Lions. Blake Peter takes ball one from Seaperda. And there's a strike. 1-1 count. And now 2-1. Seaperda got through the last inning with a 1-2-3 inning, including a couple of pop-outs. Here's a line drive into the left center field gap. Huseman cuts it off and holds Peter to a single. Two and 0 the count. Seaperda for 2. Griner, second baseman. There's a ball. Ball 4. Runners at first and second to start the inning. Wild pitch for ball one to Halber. Both runners moved up to second and third. And now 2-0. Go ahead run at second, tying run at third. 2-0 from Sieperda to Greiner. Foul ball. Excuse me, Halber. Greiner's on base. Here's a fly ball to center, hit well, right at Mitch Van Beek. Here's a throw to the plate, and it's offline, but a very nice throw, though, by Mitch Van Beek, even though it was up the line a little bit. But the game is tied on a sacrifice fly from Halbert. Here's Malchow. Runner at third with one out. And Okoboji takes the lead on a wild pitch. There's a strike. All the runs earned so far against Sieperda. Defense has been solid for the Lions tonight so far. And now 2-1. Sieperda losing his control here a little bit in the fourth inning. Maybe not used to throwing so many innings after taking a year off of baseball last year. And now 3-1. There's a strike and a full count. And ball four. And Coach Docker's going to go out and have a talk with Gable, maybe even take him out. We'll see what they decide to do here. Visit to the mound. We'll take a... Never mind. As they are quickly out of the meeting. That'll bring up Kyle Martin, the first baseman. One and 0. Two and 0. Sieperda not hitting his spots, or the ump is not helping him anyway. And a strike. And I would call that a pass ball, probably. 3-1 as Brady had it in his glove and let it go to the backstop. Advancing Malchow to second. And another walk. Sieperta's third walk of the inning. Ball one, runners stay put. Peter walked and flew out so far. Here's a bunt. He will advance both runners. Sieperta throws to first for out number 2. Here's Jacob Allen. Swing and a foul ball. 0-1. Here's a line drive to right. Baker throws it in. A run scores on the play. Lions trying to get out of the inning. 3 runs have scored to give the Pioneers the lead. Ball one. Here's a line drive to left, and Huseman's able to catch it. He absolutely hammered that thing. But luckily for the Lions, it's right at number 16 in left field. That'll bring us to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lions have some coming back to do, down 4-2. Here's Brant Bookout leading off the bottom of the fourth. Here's a high drive to right center field and deep all the way to the fence. Almost caught by the center fielder, Peter, but a heck of a rip by Brant Bookout, and it's a leadoff double for the Lions in the fourth. That'll bring up Huseman. Ground ball to short. Huseman's out. That'll bring up Metzger. Metzger takes a strike. Metzger popped out to his opposite number at second base his last time up. Here's the 0-1 up high. 1-1. Here's a pop-up again. Second baseman again. And again he makes the catch. 2 down. That'll bring up Brady Wright. He had a base hit his last time up. And I believe an RBI. Brady takes ball 1. Two and 0 to Brady. And a strike. 2-1. Now it is ball 4. A walk to Brady. He's reached both times. Runners at first and second, and Kroll will run. Lions have had 2 runners thrown out at second base, Van Beek and Kroll so far. Here's a fly ball to left center field, diving, and it drops in for a base hit. And Hymanson will be credited with, we'll call it a base hit. Why not? RBI. Scoring Bookout, and it's 4-3. Ball 1 up high to Van Beek. He singled his last time and was caught stealing at second. Lions have a chance to take the lead back, though. Fouls that one off. Got a good piece of that one. 1-1. Runners at second and third with 2 down. And this time Van Beek pops it up to short, and a catch made by Eckerd. That will end the 4th inning. We go to the 5th inning. Okoboji leads by 1. Third baseman number 20, Isaac Fritsch. Leadoff base hit for Fritsch. Leadoff single. Here's a pop-up. And Hymanson calls for it, and he puts it away. Another pop-out. We've had so many of those tonight. It's been crazy. A lot of them over to third base, too. Got 1, 2, 3 to third base for Okoboji. 1, 2, 5 pop-outs to third base tonight so far. And at least 3 to second. There's a ball. 1-0 to Greiner. Throw over, checking on Fritsch. Ooh, close pitch. 2-0. Umpire's really not helping out Gable at all right now, which has not been good for Gable control-wise, especially the last inning with the walks. There's a strike. 2-1. Friday night, Rock Rapids, Iowa. Borman Forester Fields, Lions, Pioneers. Across town, the race is going on. It's about as much excitement as you get from Rock Rapids, Iowa. There's a ball in the dirt, 3-1. Of course, we do have the Heritage Days coming up here pretty soon. Couple weeks, and Jerry Mathers, Leave It to Beavers, coming to town. That's a pretty big deal. Coming back to his hometown. There's a walk by Gable Ciperda, and that is going to probably do it for Gable. Coach Docker comes out to make a pitching change. We will take a break here as well and be back after this. Ball one from Riley Van Wy comes in. Both runners advance on the play. Here's a high fly to left center field, and it lands in the gap. Seaperto would have had a chance to throw out the runner Fritsch, but he stays put. Or, excuse me, the runner Greiner, excuse me. So a double for Halber. Here's the pitch from Van Wy to Malchow. And it's strike one. Pioneers get their lead back to 2. Lions hoping it stays there. Here's Van Wy's pitch. Swing and a miss. That last run. Charge to Gable. The runner at third is also his responsibility. The runner at second is Van Wy's. There's a strike and a strike 3 call, the big one for the Lions, and now they can just get the out at first without any worries. That'll bring up Kyle Martin. Martin with a ground ball to third. Throws a strike. Nice play by Zed Hymanson. And Riley Van Wy gets out of the inning with only allowing 1 run. Nice job by Riley. And we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Lions trail the Pioneers by 2 back after this. Oh, and 1 from Bryce Peter, who's in the game to pitch. I did not get any other changes. I don't know if it was just a straight switch or what the deal is. There's a ball. 2-1. Oh, wrong side. All right. 2-1 to Ciprta. He's walked and doubled. There's a ground ball to third. He bobbles the ball, and Ciprta will reach on an error. Might have been tough to get him even with Ciprta's speed, but we'll give him an error. Strike one to Riley Van Wy. Flew out to center on a ball that was about 340 feet from home plate. And his first time he popped out to third, as almost everybody's done tonight. It's been crazy with the pop-ups tonight. Everybody's trying to hit one out, it seems like. 2 strikes on Van Wy. He's got a battle. A pop set up and out of play. Van Wy was down 0-2 earlier. Got it to 2-2 and then popped out, as I said, to third. Lions got the leadoff base runner, Ciprta, on. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Lions trail by 2. There's a ball. 1-2 to Van Wy. Van Wy still without his first home run of the season. Be a nice place for one right now to tie the game. Swing and a foul. Still 1-2. Had 9 home runs last season. He told me his goal this season is 15. He's better get going. Unless he's going to have some multi-home run games, you never know. We'll see. We would love to see that. Here it is, deep to left field, bye-bye! A 2-run blast to left field. I tell you what, I mentioned home run, and they hit a home run. So Van Wy with his first of the year, and we are tied at 5. Wow, that was not really a call, but it worked. And the Lions and the Pioneers are tied at 5 on Riley Van Wy's first home run of the season. An absolute moonshot to right or to left field. My goodness, he hit that one a long ways. Of course, the wind is blowing out to left. I think that might have been gone to center this time, though. that was pretty far. Tied at 5, still nobody out. Lions will have Baker come up. Here's a swing and a miss. 0-2, excuse me, to Baker. Baker with a double, RBI. And he fouled out to third. There's a pitch in the dirt. 1-2. Book out on deck, and he'll be followed by Huseman. All 3 of those guys will bat, as there's nobody out. They might have to go to somebody else's house to find that one. There's a pitch outside, 2-2. Well, looks like somebody might have found it. Two. And now a full count. Baker almost got hit by that pitch. And now a full count all of a sudden. He had him 0-2. Three-two pitch. Fouled off. Baker keeping the at-bat alive. Nice at-bat here by Jaden. As I said, battled back 0-2. Count is full. Making the pitcher Peter work. Bryce Peter, that is. With his brother catching, I would assume. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but... Here's a ground ball to second. Nice pickup at second base, and they throw out Baker for the first out. But a nice at-bat, though, by Jaden as he battled to get that count from 0-2 back to 3-2. Here's Brad Bookout with one out. Ball one. Time to take my sunglasses off here. The sun is totally gone. Pretty soon I won't be able to see anything. I can see clearly now. 1-2 to Brant Bookout. He's battling here. If you're wondering who I'm talking to, got Brevin Witt, who's running the scoreboard tonight here, and the music. Brevin, thanks for joining me up here tonight.
Sir.
Make my job a little bit easier. Oh, nice hold by Bookout. 2-2. Bookout, a pop out to third, and a double to right center as last time. And then he scored. And a full count. Lions batters have gotten down to Peter, but then they battle back to even the count, and the last two batters make it a full count. There's a ground ball again to second. Eats up the second baseman, and Bookout safe. That'll be an E4 that allows Bookout to reach. And that'll bring up Brendan Huseman. Believe the temperature got up to 90 today. Here's a pop-up. And Huseman retired for out number 2. Another pop-up, believe it or not. Because we haven't seen any of those tonight at all. Well, Van Wy, after all his popping up and flyouts, finally hit a home run, so worked for him. Here's Metzger. High fly to left. And that retires the side, but the Lions tie the game on a 2-run blast by Van Wy. We go to the 6th inning from Borman Forrester Fields. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our fine sponsors: Frontier Bank, Premier Bank, DeNoble Austin Company PC, Lester Feed and Grain, Lyon County Chiropractic, State Farm, Wells Tax and Accounting, and DRG Mechanical. Peter is 0 for 1 in the game. He walked, scored, and in his last at-bat had a sacrifice bunt. 2-0 from Van Wy. Here's a strike. Here's a fly ball into center, and a diving catch is made by Mitch Van Beek. It definitely appears that the Lions are getting some momentum here. Might be. Here's Jacob Allen. Had an RBI single his last time. One and one the count. Here's a ball. For the Lions next inning, it'll be 8, 9, and 1. Wright, Hymanson, and Van Beek. There's a strike. 2 and 2, even the count. Riley's done a pretty good job out of the bullpen so far this year. I think that's where the Lions like to have him come in, is from the bullpen. And there's a foul ball. Count still full. Next week for the Lions, Monday and Tuesday off from games. And they close the week. Wednesday through Friday, Sibley Ocheeden here will be the next home game. That'll be on the YouTube. And then at West Lyon, Thursday. And then George Little Rock on Friday. Yeah, that's the schedule. Just a brief pause here as the count still is 3 and 2. Something's got to give here eventually. There it is, strike 3. Called third strike to get Allen. And that'll bring up Matt Eckerd. Strike 1 to Eckerd. Swing and a miss, 0 and 2. 0-2, 2 outs. And there's a ball in the dirt. Nice 0-2 pitch. There's a line drive down the right field line. Baker cuts it off, but the throw to second, and it is not in time. Double for Eckerd. Strike one, once again from Van Wy. Left upstairs, 1-1. Van Wy did pitch in last night's game. Went 2/3 of an inning. And a strikeout. 1-2 the count here. There's a pitch in the dirt. 2-2. Runner advancing on a wild pitch. 3 innings pitched for Van Wy. 2 runs allowed, none of them earned. 4 strikeouts. Before tonight. There's strike 3 called to end the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom half. Lions will look to take the lead back after this. Brady Wright will lead off for the Lions. Ball 1. Brady has reached full time so far. 2-0. Single. And an RBI. And a walk last time. Popped up and out of play. 2-1. If Brady reaches, they'll have speed aboard with Carter Kroll running courtesy once again. Three and one. There's a live look at the Central Lyon dugout right there. And a live shot of Brevin getting out of the way. And there is Kroll right down there. Yes, that's me doing the camera work. That's why there hasn't been much camera work tonight. Would have been nice to get Van Wy's home run, but here's a line drive right to the second baseman, but Brady hits it right on the button. Brady's been hitting the ball well tonight. Here's Zed. Want to know? There's a strike. The game of baseball is funny. Sometimes you hit the ball like Brady just did, and you hit an out. Sometimes you barely hit the ball at all, and you get a hit. So usually those seem to even out throughout the course of the season. Two and one. To Hymanson. There's a weak ground ball back to Peter. Low throw. Dug out by Martin. That'll bring up Mitch. Strike one. And that ball drops for a base hit for Van Beek in front of the center fielder. That'll bring up Seaperda. Gable reached on an E5 as last time. Had a double and a walk and a run scored. Swing and a miss, strike one to G. Seep. There's a ground ball to third. They're not going to get him. Good idea not to even throw over there, because that could have been really bad if threw that away or something. And look who comes to the plate. The home run king himself. So if you didn't, or if you weren't with us back in the last inning, Van Wy hit a 2-run blast to left that tied the game at 5. Right now, if he hit another one, with the wind blowing out, you never know, it would be an 8-5 Lions lead. And both of these base runners have been with 2 outs so far. It's kind of nice to see the Lions rallying with 2 outs. Long talk with Rory Mara, the coach, and Peter, both the catcher and the pitcher. Bryce Peter on the mound, and what's the other one? Blake Peter. Bryce and Blake. There's a strike to Van Wy. Remember how the last count started. Van Wy was down 0-2, came back to even it, and crush it. Off the plate, ball 1. The home run was off of Peter. Runners at first and second. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's a ball. 2-1 to Riley Van Wy. In the dirt, 3-1. I wonder if you just put Riley on here if I'm Okoboji with a hitter's count. Even though you put the go-ahead run at third, but I don't know. I would probably let Baker try and beat you here. That would be my thought, but here's a fly to right, and it is going to be caught. It looked like it might fall, but Van Wy just had it carry a little bit too far. Fly out to right. Ends the 6th inning, and the threat by the Lions goes for naught. We go to the 7th, tied at 5. Top of the 7th inning. And here's Blake Peter. Oh, 2. Quickly from Van Wy. One and 2. Lions are 1-2 on the season after getting the win last night, looking to even their record here tonight. Van Wy ahead 1-2. Just a little low. 2-2. Couple of guys that got some pop coming up. Brant Bookout, Jaden Baker. See if any of those guys can get into one, maybe. Here's a fly down the right field line. Baker chasing, not going to get there. Still 2-2. Three and 2. Van Wy wants to get him here after getting ahead of him 0-2. Doesn't want to lose him. Here's the pitch and a ground ball foul down the third base line. So we'll have another full count pitch. There's a pop-up into shallow right. Metzger out to make the play. One down for Greiner. And strike one. From Van Wy. 1-1. Two and one. Greiner has walked twice and singled. 3-1. Chris Halber on deck. Just off the corner. And a walk. I think that's the first walk of the game by Van Wy. One out walk for Halber. Strike one. Halber in the game. Fielder's choice, sacrifice fly, and a double. And Brady lets that one get past him, advancing the runner to second base into scoring position. And taking away the double play, most likely. Speaking of double plays, there was a triple play turned last night by the Twins. Here's a ground ball. Seaperta throws it book out and a 6-3 put out. That'll bring up Brendan Mulchow. Two down now, runner at third base for Mulchow. Swing and a miss, strike one. Mulchow with a single, a walk, a run scored, and he struck out looking his last time. 1-1. Strike two. And Wy looking for the K to get out of trouble in the seventh. Got him. Strikeout of Mulchow for the second straight time. We go to the bottom of the seventh inning. Lions looking to walk it off when we come back. Here's Jaden. Double RBI. Foul out to third and a ground out to second. Strike one. One and one the count. One and one to Baker. And outside, 2-1. We'll take that. We'll take it. Ooh, Baker swinging for the fences there. Fouls that one back. Found the wrong fence. Over the big fence. We don't want that one. 2-2. Leading off. The seventh. And a full count to Bake. Looking to shake and bake on to first base, hopefully, or even further. Would be nice. He's got a double already. And there's a fly ball to center. Just a little bit too hard or too soft, whatever you want to say, but a nice contact, though. Here's Book out. Book out, also with a double in the game. Reached on an error his last time. Ooh, he's swinging for the fences. Everyone just swinging for the fences. That's why we got so many pop-outs tonight, Brevin. But base runners are nice, too. Oh, once again, Book out swinging. Maybe not so much for the fences that time. First time, he's definitely going that way. 0-2. Huseman on deck. Book out, puts it in play to first. And out number 2. There's a strike. Huseman a single and a stolen base and a run in the second, and then he grounded out to short and popped out. There's a weak ground ball. What a throw, but not in time. Heck of an effort at third, but not in time. Huseman beats out an infield single. Ryan's popped out and flied out so far in the game. 2 pops, 1 fly. And 0-2. If Metzger gets on, Brady Wright will hit. There's a ball, 1-2. Might have been a close pitch there. 1 and 2, 2 outs, tied at 5, bottom of the 7th inning. Metzger takes ball 2. Brady Wright has been hitting the ball well tonight. If Metzger can reach, he will hit. And Metzger goes fishing. 2 and the 7th inning. We go to extra innings, looking for the Lions to walk it off in the 8th. Back after this. And a leadoff base runner for Okoboji. Keep saying Spirit Lake, I don't know why. That'll bring up the top of the order. Check on Griner. And the bunt is foul. Brady would have caught that ball. Would have easily had a double play as the runner was off to second base. Tied at 5, top of the 8th, runner at first, and nobody out. 1 strike to Peter. One and one. Ground ball to third. Hymanson throws a strike to book out for the out. Runner goes to second. Strike one to Jacob Allen. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Riley Van Wy way up. Again, next week, 2 home games that'll be on YouTube for you guys. Sibley on Wednesday and GLR next week, Friday, a week from tonight. Strike 3 on the outside corner, or whatever corner it was. And a called third strike. And that'll bring up Matt Eckerd. So they intentionally walk Eckerd to get to Fritsch. Fritsch has had a single tonight, but he's popped out, struck out twice also. And Metzger throws to first to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, where again the Lions will try and walk it off. Here's Brady Wright. Brady takes ball 1. Two and 0. Hopefully it doesn't go past 9 innings, because then I'll have to go over to a new scorebook or something here. Maybe that's why I should be doing this digitally, I don't know. Don't run out of paper that way. Strike on the outside corner to Brady. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Brady's put the ball in play all of his at-bats so far. Or I should say he walked, singled, and lined out. So not all of his at-bats, but he's reached 2 of his 3 times. There's a ball, 3-2, full count. Nobody out, bottom of the 8th inning. Lions trying to win a walk-off here. Brady And off the bag, and Brady is safe, and just like that, Brady almost ran to the dugout. And Kroll will courtesy run. So a strikeout, but a drop third allows Brady to be courtesy ran for. Zed's bunt attempt goes foul. Thankfully, it wasn't caught. We'll try again here, I'm sure. And there's a pitch in the dirt. One to Hymanson. He bunts, and that's perfect right there. Perfect bunt that time by Hymanson on the second chance opportunity he got. And a sacrifice. Winning run in scoring position at second base for Mitch Van Beek. And a pop-up. First baseman Martin makes the catch, 2 down. Hopefully Seaperta can pick up Mitch here. There's a strike. Or at least get on base for Riley. Riley flew out to right his last time. Outside. 1-1. 1-1 to Seaperta, trying to send us home. In the dirt, 2-1. Good at bat here so far for Seep. And there's a foul ball, 2-2. Lions down to their final strike of the inning. Foul away, Seaperta keeping the AB alive. If he can put it in play, he should be able to beat it out. I mean, if it's a ground ball, of course. Would take a good throw to get him. Pop up. First baseman Martin. Pitcher Peter makes the catch. We go to the ninth. Still tied at 5. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our fine sponsors: Frontier Bank, Premier Bank, DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Lester Feed and Grain, Lyon County Chiropractic, State Farm, DRG Mechanical, and Wells Tax and Accounting. Carter Kroll will be the new pitcher in 1 moment. Kroll delivers a strike. Coach Docker definitely not planning on going this deep into his bullpen, but with Huseman just used last night, he had kind of a rough inning. Not many options for the Lions in the bullpen after Van Wy was used. There's a base hit leading off the inning by Peter. Courtesy runner. Here's Griner. And ball one. And the runner will advance on a pass ball. Two and 0 from Kroll. There's a bunt. Runner is safe at first. Corners in for the Lions defensively. Strike one. And that'll score the go-ahead run. One and one. Runner at second now, Griner. 6-5, Pioneers take the lead in the ninth. That's a foul ball on the bunt. 1 and 2. Book out to Kroll for the out. Finally, the Lions get one out. Three-one put out. Strike one from Kroll. Good news for the Lions. They have the heart of their order due up in the bottom of this inning. 3-4-5. 1-1. Brady Wright talks to Carter Kroll a moment. Infield in for the Lions. Van Wy is back at short. And that's a base hit. Second run will score, and it's 7-5. Still only one out. Strike one. That has not been the problem. Kroll has been getting ahead, but he's not been able to finish off batters. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Runner will go on a ball. Swing and a miss, a strikeout. Two down, runner at second base. Two-run lead for the Pioneers here in the top of the ninth. Again, the Lions have the 3 through 5 batters due up. So can't put a stamp on this one yet. Oh, man. Looked like he was out. That umpire did not have a good view of that either. 1-0. This is Bryce Peter at the plate. Popped up. Book out. And they drop the ball. And it's a 3-run lead. Three runs in the ninth for the Pioneers. And a line drive into right. Another hit. And here's Matt Eckert. Runners at the corners, two down. Matt Eckert at the plate. There's a fly foul down the right field line, 1 strike. Swing and a foul, 2 strikes. Oh and 2 from Kroll to Eckerd. Popped up. Foul ball. Still 0-2. One and 2. Runner went to second. Line drive to deep left center field over the head of Van Beek. It'll score 2 runs, and it's 10-5. Still 2 down. Ball 1. Line drive to left. Huseman back. And he puts it away. Well, the top of the 9th is finally over, but the Pioneers bat around and take a 5-run lead. And Van Wy beats a ground ball for a base hit. So the Lions do get off to a good start here in the ninth. Ooh, just about hit Baker. And the thing is, too, Peters had a long time to sit on the bench and think about it, and his arm resting a little bit. Two and 0. His control might be a little suspect here in the inning. We'll see if that continues or not. Strike one. Van Wy with his second hit of the game. Three one to Jaden. Book out on deck. And ball four. Lions off to a good start here in the bottom of the ninth. And that might do it. And that's probably a good idea because it looks like Peter is coming down, going downhill there a little bit. Maybe they won't take him out here. Maybe he's just asking him if he needs to go or what. He's going to keep pitching. Here's Book out. He's reached 2 out of the 4 times he's hit so far. Takes ball 1 here. There's a strike. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Bookout was trying to hit another double or a home run. One of the two. I think the Lions would take either one. Ground ball foul. Bookout stays alive. And another pop-up, and it's caught. One down. One out. Runners at first and second. Lions trailing 10-5. Strike one. Brendan had a base hit his last time. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes. Peter settling down all of a sudden the last couple batters. Foul ball. Huseman stays alive, swinging at something he probably shouldn't have, but he's able to stay alive. Ball, 1-2. They will not get the out at first. Huseman reaches and they're loaded for Ryan Metzger. Catcher number 7, Brady Wright. One and 0 to Brady. 2-0. Zed on deck. Or no, Carter Kroll. I think Zed's out of the game. There's a strike. 2-1. Three and 1. It'll be interesting to see if Brady reaches here, what they decide to do with Carter Kroll. If they want him to hit, or if they want him to bunt, or what will they want Carter to do? Here Brady gets on. And there's a strike, full count. Foul ball. Brady keeping the bat alive. Full count, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Lions down by 3. Trying to come back once again. They were down 5-3. Van Wy hit the home run. Strike 3 called. Two down, and that brings up Carter Kroll. Kroll fouls it off. You know, it'd be an interesting idea, even though there is 2 outs. Why not bunt down that third base line? The third baseman's playing way, way back. Swing and a miss. That most likely takes that possibility away. There's a ground ball to second, and the game is over. A 4-3 ground out ends it. Lions' valiant comeback effort in the ninth does not come to completion. But we've kept you long enough on this Friday night, so we are going to call it a night. 10-7 the final score. Lions had a 2-run homer by Van Wyde. It tied at 5 earlier, and then went to extras after we were tied at 5. It went. We've been scoreless before this inning for a while, and Lions just couldn't make a 5-run comeback in the ninth. That is the story. We will see you next week. 2 games on YouTube next week for Central Lyon and 3 games next week overall. That will do it.